Hello again guys and welcome to another episode of Optics Trade Debates. My name is Tadej.
My name is Theodor. Hello.
And today we'll be discussing the optical term eye relief. Some people know what is eye relief in very basic terms, but we will perhaps elaborate a bit more in deep. What does this actually mean? So what actually is the eye relief of a certain optical product?
Well, today we already have a video about the basic what is eye relief, but I think that today's video is going to be better if we make about the minimal and maximal value of the eye relief. So if we do a short summary, the eye relief is the distance from the eyepiece of any optical instrument to the point in which you have to have your eye to have a clear image. So it means the distance from the eye to the eye relief, to the eyepiece, the lens in the eyepiece.
Yes.
This is the eye relief. With rifle scopes, this value goes all the way from, let's say, 70 to 120 millimeters. It depends on the make, it depends on the model, and so on. With binoculars, it goes from 14, 12 millimeters all the way to 22, 24 millimeters. So this is the distance between your eye, between your the eye pupil and the lens in the eyepiece. This is the eye relief.
Okay, what about I've heard some customers asking us, I want to buy a rifle scope and I would like to know what's a good eye relief, what's a bad one. How can we explain to someone what kind of eye relief does he need if he wants to buy a rifle scope or other optical product with good eye relief?
Well, it's basically like this. With binoculars and with spotting scopes, the eye relief is only important for those who wear glasses. It's a lot less important for those who are using the optics without glasses, and we say that everything above 18 is okay. So 17, 18 and up in the eye relief on the spotting scopes and the binoculars, it's already okay, because then you can even have your glasses on, you turn down the eye cup on the eyepiece, and then you are able to see the image clearly. It also affects the comfort of viewing. The bigger the eye relief, the bigger comfort. Well, with binoculars, because they're all fixed power, there is only one eye relief. With spotting scopes and normally with rifle scopes, with all those which have variable magnification, the eye relief can change, and it depends on the magnification setting you're having. So this is where the maximum and minimal value of eye relief come into play. And if you check our webpage, you are able to see that on rifle scopes which have fixed power, or on binoculars fixed power, fixed magnification models, we only state eye relief in the specification table, while with all the devices which have variable magnification, we state minimal and maximal magnification. And this is something what I would like to show. Here we can see the exit pupil in focus, and this is now the eye relief. The distance between the lens inside of the eyepiece and to this plane on this box, this is the eye relief. And now this rifle scope is at power 10 magnification, so we have around 5 millimeter exit pupil, and we have around 9 centimeters of eye relief. And this is, when you ask me what is a good eye relief, the good eye relief in rifle scopes is all about 9. 10 centimeters or 100 millimeters is already perfect. 120 millimeters is extended eye relief for all safari hunters who have a really hard-kicking rifles and need a longer eye relief so that the scope doesn't kiss their forehead. Because usually with binoculars it's only about the glasses, with rifle scopes it's all about that the scope will not touch your face.
Much more relevant.
Yeah, it can hurt if the eye relief is too short. So now we see it with this Magnus 1.8 to 10 by 50 model at 10 time magnification, we have around 9 centimeters of eye relief. However, if you go down all the way to 1.8 magnification, then you see that you have to move the box to get the proper exit pupil in focus. So now we see that the eye relief is almost 2 centimeters bigger. And this is the change of the eye relief. So if at 10 time magnification, you have an eye relief of 9 centimeters. So if you put your eye 9 centimeters behind the lens, the last lens in the eyepiece, you see a clear image. But when you change the magnification all the way down to 1.8, your eye can be, or should be, at 110 or 100 millimeters of distance from the lens, so your eye relief extended. And majority of all rifle scopes in the world work like this. So when you set the rifle scope at different magnifications, you get a different eye relief. And what is really crucial is that the lowest possible value is not too short. So that no matter at which magnification setting you are setting your scope, at which power it's set, that you always have at least 9 centimeters or 90 millimeters of distance between the eye and the scope. This is the crucial. And like we see on this Leica, on lower magnification, this is usually on driven hunts when you need a wider field of view and when you are shooting in a, I would say, more rapid fashion than normally, the longer eye relief, it's a big plus, because when you shoot quickly, you're not so, sometimes the rifle is not in your arm as it should be and so on, and for safety reasons it's much better if the eye relief is longer. So we can see in this premium product, they already probably thought about this and they said, okay, when you go down with magnification, we'll make sure that the eye relief is even longer so that it never happens that it will touch your eye. And when you go up all the way to 10 time magnification, as you can see, I'll show with this box, you have to go closer like this to come in focus. So now you see, now you're in focus, but now you're at 9 centimeters, not 100 anymore, or 110 maybe. We didn't, it's really hard to measure correctly, but we see the change.
Yes, of course.
So it's quite easy to see when the exit pupil is in focus, because then we see really sharp edges and so on. Like this, now you see that it's in focus, and that means at this distance you have a proper eye relief.
So it's actually very important for those so-called premium manufacturers who pride themselves that their products are of high-end quality, very robust. It's very important that they have a very good, very long eye relief. Because usually people who buy those sorts of rifle scopes mount them, of course, on a
powerful rifles, normally. And sometimes also on light rifles. It's not only about the power of the caliber, it's also on the weight of the rifle. So yeah, when you are buying a really premium product, it is crucial that the eye relief is that the minimal eye relief value is always above 90 millimeters. So no matter at which power setting of magnification you set the scope, you always have more than 9 centimeters to the scope.
So we can actually say the golden mark is somewhere around 90 millimeters.
9 centimeters and above. This is the golden standard. I would like to apologize for the test, which is really primitive and basic, but I think it shows well what the minimal and maximal eye relief is, and that now this topic is a little bit more clear for all our viewers and all our customers.
That's correct. I think we did a pretty good job here, but if you don't think so yourself, you can still write us an email. You can also write us an email about this topic or any other topic, and if you have any additional questions, feel free to
well, you can also use comments, and if you have any other ideas for any other debates, you're more than welcome. We'll be grateful for any suggestion. Thank you.
Thank you.